Welcome to A Path of Time. I am Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM, and sitting across from me is somebody who, he stole my checkbook. Why is that the first thing I thought of?
Wow. It's me, Jake, the person he thinks is a thief.
I don't know how he did it. He's like 2,000 miles away from me, but...
The magician never reveals his secrets.
Damn. So, I guess we'll do this real quick since we don't have much else for this intro. I mean, obviously we only have Jake here because it's our solo episode, if you couldn't tell by the title. So Jake, why don't you go ahead and give us a recap on the last episode?
Ooh, alright,
And by last episode, I mean the last solo episode. Obviously you don't know what happened in the last episode.
Yeah, basically, Walter was just being the most annoying prisoner ever on the trip.
That's an understatement.
Oh yeah, if he's the person you never want to tag along on a vacation, on a road trip.
Is that the entire recap?
No, he made friends with Abyss and the other Umbreon. Can't remember her name.
Her name is Bree.
Bree. I should remember her name. She's the one the most friendly with me. She was annoying the Glaceon half to death. Then they go to this giant tower that no one seems to see. As it turns out, it's an old tourist trap.
I don't know so much about a tourist trap than a tourist destination, but we'll go
definitely
with that.
A tourist trap. World's largest tower.
Yep, we'll go with that.
They throw Walter in a room. They let him out for some reason. Walter plays a perfect jig with a nat 20. And he gets Abyss and Bree on his side, or at least like them. They oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I left a Pokemon a trail for the team to find. Hopefully Sean's Munchlax and like nose can smell it. And had lunch with them. I annoyed the Glaceon a little bit more and went on top of the tower and screamed my lungs out, hoping they'd see me, find me, or hear me.
Did you actually scream your lungs out? I thought you played like Viva La.
I know.
Whatever.
I was doing that as loud as I can.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember. Walter just goes to the top of the tower, just shrieks as loud as he can.
I'm trying to make it where it's not obvious. I'm trying to signal for help.
It's just Salena comes up there and just hears you shrieking for help. She's just like, "What are you doing up here?"
Heavy rock.
Yeah, that's a new genre I came up with. It's called help rock. It's just rock, but you scream for help.
It's just a new song called Help.
It's called Help Me, I've Been Kidnapped.
It's Help Me, I'm on the tallest tower.
Help me, I'm in
the
towers. I'm so sorry.
Can't we even keep that in?
I'm not sure that'll be kept in. Maybe it will, but either way, the Patreon listeners will be able to hear that. So, my god.
I'm pretty sure the only people who get that are people who are mature enough to.
Oh, okay. So, you don't have to be more than 5 years old to know what 9/11 was. I mean, come on.
Fair.
All right. Well, yeah, that's basically where we left off. So with that, I think we can metal sound on in.
Never did I think we would do a Twin Tower joke in this.
Suddenly, there's a second Hawkeye tower just plunked next to you.
There's a second Garchomp heading to the tower.
What is that? Is that a Garchomp flying down from the skies? Okay, I'm gonna stop. We start this episode, and the next morning, Walter wakes up in his bed. It was actually quite comfortable, and what wakes you up is the sunlight streaming in through the window of your room.
I'll put the blanket over my head and go back to bed like, no. It's the first good night's sleep I've had in a week.
Roll me a d20, roll me Constitution, which is a tough.
That is a 7.
Alright, it is 10 a.m. when you wake up.
Walter has like the full, like, grown, like, shadow under the bags under the eyes, like afternoon shadow, like after you just get, I don't know, hungover.
I
Because
don't think Walter's hungover, but we'll go
he's
with
not
that.
hungover, but he looks like that. This is the first good night's sleep he had in like a week.
Okay, so yep, you're up in your bed. You're just in your room. It's mid-morning. The floor is yours. What you doing this morning?
He's just gonna gather his stuff, and he's gonna explore the castle. Like, he'll go down to where they had lunch and see if they have breakfast ready.
As you go down to the kitchen, the dining room slash kitchen, you see there is a bunch of dishes in the sink from breakfast, but there is a pot full of oatmeal sitting on the stove being heated, like tepid heat. It's like being kept warm.
Walter will, he'll eat breakfast, eat the oatmeals, but then he'll start doing dishes, because at his house he's used to actually doing all the chores for his supposedly dead father.
I'm not even gonna make you roll with that because of your experience with this. Your dishes are pristine.
He's just humming to himself at this point.
As you're doing dishes, Bree comes down the stairs and she's like, "Oh, well, you're finally awake. Good morning, I guess. I think Salena wanted to talk to you for a minute. If you want to meet her up top.
As long as you don't psychic me again, I'll sure.
Look, we only did that because Salena thought you guys were like going to like super resist us and like try and hurt us or whatever. It seems
Well, we
like
thought
you're
you guys
pretty
stole
chill.
from us.
Well, I think we kind of did, but I mean, I that's for her to explain. We have our reasons. Don't worry.
Can I?
There's
Can,
that's not for me to explain. I can't.
can I have my power band
Well,
back?
maybe if you talk to Salena, she'll let you know. What's that?
Can I have my power band back?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. Salena would know. I'm pretty sure she would know that.
Walter like okays after he gets done with the dishes, like wipes the last one off. Because I'm guessing they don't have dishwashers, so he has them like laid out to dry.
Yeah. I forgot dishwashers were a thing. I haven't used the dishwasher in so long. But yes, so dishes are done. They're all laying out to dry, and I take it you're heading upstairs.
He will, cautiously.
So as you get up there, you see Salena with her red bandana around her neck is staring out over the treetops. And I feel like I failed to mention this before, but there is a village in the distance. This is the village of Hawkeye.
Huh. So they
It's
got
not
a
that you
full
didn't notice it
earful.
before. It's not that you didn't notice it before. It's just that me as a GM, I wasn't entirely sure if there should be a village or not. But I am now saying, because of last episode, that you did not hear, because of episode 4 question mark is yeah 4 season 2 episode 4. There is definitely a village in Hawkeye, and
Oh
so,
no,
so
these guys are the good guys, aren't they? They're people. They're what are they? Rebels?
so
They're
as
the good
you-
people.
So as you, wow, I, Walter is so impressionable, or maybe it's just Jake that's like super impressionable. You've
I
gotten
am. I trust people way too much. I trust them.
so Selena's like looking out over the village of Hawkeye, and the wind is whipping her ears around, and she hears you step up, and without looking back, she's like, "Oh, there you are."
Mm-hmm. So, what you want me here for?
Just now that you've been here for about a day, she like turns around and actually looks at you now. I just want to say sorry for what we did there back there. You see, I wasn't really this is not really a good way for me to explain this. I wasn't really sure how you guys would react. I really needed the information about the orbs, and I realized maybe that was not the best way to go along with things. And
So you didn't know if we were hostile or how we would act, so you decided to go straight to torture. Okay.
she like rubs the back of her head. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, I think.
Okay.
It seems like you're not like hostile, so I mean, the best way to keep you in check isn't to the best way to make you cooperate isn't not keep you in check, that's not the right word. The best way to make you cooperate isn't to keep you chained up, but I mean, I don't honestly, it would also make it harder for me to keep you here if I chained you up, because then you would just like want to escape. So I feel like if you're, I mean, hell, you're still here. So I mean, I must be doing somewhat of a good job.
To be fair, I don't know where I am, so not much. I'm not gonna go run into the wilds by myself.
You see that? And she points over to the village. That's the village of Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, I totally saw that last session. Last no, what? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna make it Walter. He didn't think much about it because he probably thought people would just rat him out to them if he went to the village to try to escape. I'm just gonna use that as the reason he didn't try.
So I'm gonna let you know now. If you want to leave, I'm not gonna stop you. But I just want you to know that I can explain everything when the time is right. I just am not ready to explain that yet. If you give me some time, I will. Trust me, I can. All will be explained, and I feel like you'll be on my side once that's done. I just need you to give me some time to make sure I am ready for that. So in the meantime, if you want to like make some money for yourself or whatever, there's a mission board down in Hawkeye if you want to go like take some missions and fill your time.
Walter looks like confused, like, okay. And just slowly backs up, like, I'll catch you later when you're, I don't know, able to explain why this all happened. Oh, before I go, do you have my power band?
Oh, right. I forgot about that. And she, ask Abyss. I think he's the one who was keeping that stuff hidden away. So yeah, go talk to him. He'll know where it is.
Where can I find him?
Last I saw, he was in his room. I don't know.
Walter goes, cool, and jets off to try to find Abyss's room.
So you open Abyss's room, and he's just like laying on his bed, not like napping, but just like laying there. I was gonna say he's like on his phone or something, but that's not a thing. He's like, he's just chilling.
He's got a newspaper, like.
Bold of you to assume that Abyss reads the newspaper.
Oh no, it's best next thing to a phone.
Yeah, sure. We'll say Abyss is like laying on the bed, just like reading the newspaper or whatever. I don't know how he got a newspaper.
He's just reading the comedy section.
Yep, he's reading the comic section.
Walter just knocks, like, Abyss?
You know you could use your fist to knock on the door, right? There you go. What can I do for you?
Real quick, I didn't want to do that because I have a metal desk and that just hurt my hand. So I don't knock on this. Ow.
Good job. Now your knuckles are broken.
Walter just goes, do you have my power band?
Did Salena send you?
Yes.
Alright, give me a second. And he hops up out of bed and like reaches underneath his bed and pulls out a bag. And it has a power band, it has a rock, and a yellow gummy.
Walter goes, hey, that's all the stuff you stole from my friends too.
Yeah, sorry about that. He lowers his voice. I was just doing what Salena told me to. Please don't hold that against me. I'm so sorry.
Wow, that painting came off quick. We were following your trail for a while until we hit the door.
What do you mean, the door?
Oh, that's how we found you guys. Your paint was on your feet, so we just followed the trail into the train. That's how I got to the door.
Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of.
You got work
funny,
on covering
actually.
you guys' tracks.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, sorry. I did kind of step in that paint, didn't I?
All I know is this one Pokemon that's mad at you for ruining his picture.
Well, they're long gone now, so I don't really care.
Hmm.
Well, did you need anything else? You got your power band and stuff back.
I'm just hoping that Sammy ain't mad. That's his favorite rock. It's his pet rock. His name's Rocky.
He keeps a rock?
We don't question him.
Alright, we'll go with that. And he's just like, alright, well, if that's all you got, I'm just gonna get back to reading this.
Walter's like, alright.
Alright.
I'm trying to... Why they're not here, Walter's gonna be, not mentally, but doing just, I don't know how does it say it, like, dissing Walter and Bruce, because they've been dissing him for a while. Or forgetting he exists.
I also forget he exists.
Until
So,
I came to play, you all forgot about Walter multiple times, except for
so
Hikaru.
yes, I need you to add one power band, one rock, and one yelly gummy into your bag.
Hold on. I
And
still have the power band equipped it, so I'm just gonna keep it
if
there.
you're okay, if you put things in your held arm slot, it does not go in your bag, so that is fine. And you can add +8 to your attack. Put that in your temporary bonus slot.
Hold on, I gotta put everything. Rock and orb.
No, they did not give you the orb. No, they gave you the good try though. They gave you the power band, the rock, and the yelly gummy.
Darn, had to try. Had to give it a shot. You said 8 to attack?
Yes, +8 to your attack. Under the temporary bonus section.
Wow, attacks 20. I might have actually defeated that guy. Nah.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? We both crit each other. I crit him, then he crit me. Anyway, Walter's gonna walk out the front door, I guess.
All right, you walk out the front door, and it is a what seems to be an overgrown path. It looks more like a hiking path than like an actual driveway. It looks like it is very little used.
Walter's just gonna go straight to the village, to the board he said it was.
All right, after about 2 hours of walking, you've reached the small village of Hawkeye. There's with a population of about 200 Pokemon. It is a decently sized village with like a general shop, and it's got a mission board that Salena told you about. It's got like some housing and shops and stuff, whatever you really need. It's a pretty decently sized village, but it's not quite a city.
Walter's just gonna look up and just gonna go to the board, look up for what's there.
So right next to the mission board, not next to the mission board, sorry, right next to the general shop is the mission board. And once you reach the mission board, you can also see that there's a train station there's a train station there.
Back of Walter's head. If only I had counter.
Wow. Okay. So you take a look at this mission board, and this is what you see. Now, before we get to that, actually, I need to explain how mission boards work, because this is a new mechanic to PTT that has not yet been explained. I've been waiting for you guys to get here. So, the way mission boards work is in every city, there is a mission board. These mission boards have missions submitted by Pokemon for money rewards and item rewards. Upon completion, they can be deposited at these missions can be deposited at any other mission board, and you will instantly receive payment magically. An example of a mission would be, help, I dropped my item near Hawkeye and I can't find it. And the reward would be something like 910 Poke upon completion. There are 3 different tiers of missions. There are Tier 1 missions, Tier 2 missions, and Tier 3 missions. These different tiers increase in difficulty as the number goes up, but so does the pay. The missions you see on the board are as follows. Could use some help unloading this Pelipper shipment of Oran berries at the Hawkeye General Store. Buy an Exploud. And the price is going for the reward is 14,940 Poke.
Yes, sir.
The second mission is a Decidueye who asks, I dropped my item near Hawkeye and I can't find it. That's really funny. It's just a coincidence that I used that as my example. And the third mission is a rank 2 mission. My boss is out of control. Someone please, quote unquote, take care of them. And the reward is 6,320. I do want to note that the first mission I listed, worth almost 15,000 Poke, I rolled a 20 for the mission, and whenever I roll 20, the reward gets multiplied by 3, which does stack. So, it was originally supposed to be under 5,000 as a reward, but it got multiplied by 3 times. So a Tier 1 mission could use some help unloading this Pelipper shipment of items of Oran berries at the Hawkeye General Store by Exploud.
Alright, am I able to do multiple missions a day, or just one?
Yes, you can take up to 3 missions. You can have up to 3 missions in your bag. They each take an item slot. And
I'll take 3 then. I'll take all 3.
Alright. And any missions, the missions will expire after 1 week of being grabbed. and the missions will refresh once that week is up. Every town has their individual mission board, but with individual missions. But any mission can be deposited at any mission board.
What was the second one? Find my item.
A Decidueye asks, I dropped my power band near Hawkeye and I can't find it.
Alright, I spelled
And the
Decidueye.
reward is
I don't know.
5,040.
Alright, hold on. I gotta put the prices down as well. 5,040. The other one for the unload shipment was what? 15,000?
14,940 Poke. Also, I should mention, upon completion, you will get gummies as a reward, as a bonus.
Alright. The third one was 15,000, right?
6,320.
Oh my god. Sorry, I cannot remember the numbers that well.
Yeah, I can tell.
Alright, Walter's gonna do the first one first. The unload shipment.
Okay, Explode. Yep, could use some help unloading this shipment of orange berries. So,
wow.
Funnily enough, you look up from this request, and the general shop is literally 5 feet in front of you.
He goes, "Alright, this is gonna be easy," and walks in.
Yeah, I'm
gonna be able to buy the whole shipment with this.
Yeah,
money.
I rolled a nat 20 on the on a tier 1 mission. So
and now I wish you rolled that for the tier 2.
So, it's ridiculous. So you enter. And also keep in mind that these rewards are supposed to be split 4 ways because there's only one person. It doesn't get split. So
I'm never gonna show him my money unless they ask. I'm never showing him this. They're just gonna be wondering where I'm getting this money from.
You enter the shop and you see a Kangaskhan. He's like, "Oh, hello there, my good sir. Welcome to the general shop."
Why does he sound like a dude?
Because I am a
female.
Dude. Remember, even Farnsworth is a male Kangaskhan.
Oh yeah, I forgot him.
Yeah.
He goes, I saw this help wanted sign for unloading a shipment.
Oh yeah, that'd be my new stock manager that I just hired. He's so lazy. I should fire him as well. I just had to fire a stock manager a couple days ago, and now this new one, he is like putting out requests, and he's like gonna bankrupt my entire company because he's putting out rewards. So as long as it's coming out of his own pockets. His name is Big Richard, the Explode.
Oh, what Pokemon was your first one? The one you had to fire?
Tyrogue. What does that matter to you?
For some reason, I think that Tyrogue is the one for the train, but that's impossible.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was one for the train. That's right.
I'm just gonna think of him the entire time now. Anytime he brings this up, he's like, where do I need to go to help with that shipment?
As you say this, one of the doors in the back opens up and you see an Explode. He's like, I heard you talking about the request I put on the board. Hello, it is me, Big Richard.
He's 2 feet tall.
How big is Explode? Is he smaller than you?
They're like 7 to 6 feet.
Hold on, Explode height.
I think they're more bulky than tall.
Oh, he's 4'11". He's the same height as a Lucario, so he's taller than you.
Lucario is smaller than I thought. They're usually human size.
No, even Lucario is smaller than a person.
Man, in the anime, they do not get the sizes right.
He's 2'4", so he is over double your height.
Anime needs to start getting the height right.
It is I, Big Richard. What do you want? I mean, I know what you want. You were talking about my request.
Uh-huh.
Are you here to help me unload this shipment of orange berries?
As long as you're paying good.
Well, I got how much do I have here? 1,494 Poke.
It says, on the ad, it says 14,940.
You what? Let me see that. And he snatches the paper out of your hand. Oh my goodness, I made a mistake. Well, oh crap.
I already took the deal, so you gotta pay what it says on here.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to be bankrupt for this. Holy crap, my family's going to die. I'm.
Not my
I
problem.
don't. Damn, my name is Big Richard, and I thought I was heartless.
Sorry, that. Oh, damn, that came out of nowhere.
Uh, he's in small font and on the bottom of the paper of each of the requests. It says all writing on this paper is final. No changes may be made.
Walter's like, sucks, man. All right, let's go.
And he just goes out like crying his head off. He's like, "Oh, the berries are over there," and he points to a collection of let me think about 27 crates of orange berries that need to be taken inside.
Walter's like, all right.
They're stacked in a cube.
A fighting type should be able to get this over with quickly.
All right, I want you to roll strength, which is a tough roll.
13.
Okay, 13. With a 13, you managed to get about half of the boxes in about an hour. And now you are really tired. I want you to roll strength again with disadvantage.
Okay, 15.
Okay, with a 15, somehow you move even faster because you're tired. And you manage to get all the boxes inside. And as he's inside, Big Richard is in there blowing his nose. He's like, "You gotta please tear the thing up. I'll pay you 1,400 or 1,494 poke. I can't pay this. Oh my goodness, it's going to kill me."
Stop making me feel bad.
If
Walter's
I
like,
go
"How about
home
this?
now, my family is going to instantly die for some reason.
How about this? I'll only take 10,000.
Oh, it's better than nothing. And he hands you 10,000 poke. I'm gonna go home and my family's gonna be dead for some reason. I don't know why I said that in the first place, but now it's true.
Walter's like, here, hands him the Boca Burger for your trouble.
Oh yeah, you have one Boca Burger left, or like 3 or something like that.
One, I kept it because then I realized, oh wait, sleeping just automatically fills belly.
So you hand him one soggy Boca Burger that's been in your bag for like 3.5 days. And he's like, "What the man? Oh wait, I have to censor that."
You're really letting all your pent up aggression from work come out here. Oh, I'm dying.
He runs out of the store just crying.
Oh my God.
And you may add 10,000 poke to your character sheet. Holy crap.
I'm at 13,653 so far.
Oh my goodness. I didn't want
to be too heartless. I only took 10.
And because the payment was paid upon or in person, the mission in your hand evaporates and it is gone.
I was just gonna say I just hand it back to the Explode. I thought you just handed it to the person that gives that.
Nope, these are magic contracts.
Magic does exist.
In a world of Pokemon where all creatures are magic, you're really surprised? It is at this point that I must mention that it is approaching evening. The sun is setting currently, and you still have a 2-hour hike back towards the tower. If you wish to spend the night in Hawkeye, you may do so, but you must find a hotel to stay at.
He'll just go back to the tower, sleep, and come back. If anything doesn't happen.
So, alright, you spend the next 2 hours. I need you to roll... roll me... Give me a second. Roll me survival, which is a beauty roll, because you are going through dense trees through a hiking trail, and it halfway through, night suddenly slams and it's dark outside.
10.
All right, with a 10, you do get somewhat lost. It takes you a little bit extra time, and you end up finding yourself in a bush of thorns So you do end up finding a way back, but it is around 10 p.m. by the time you get back. It took you an extra hour to get back, and you must remove 1 HP, which doesn't matter. Don't even bother because you're about to go to sleep and it'll heal anyway.
You're probably hoping to get that one. I just fall off a cliff.
And Walter fell off a cliff, hit his head on some rocks, and died.
Talk about karma after strong arming that man.
So as you get back, you find the front door is locked.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Did you break your fist?
No, because I did it lightly today. This time, the other one I just slammed it in my desk.
So nothing happens, and it is starting to get a little chilly outside. I think it's like beginning of summer or something like that.
Walter's gonna
bother
go
keeping
in the woods and try to start a fire.
Okay, I want you to roll survival once again, which is a beauty roll.
Survival. You said beauty roll?
Yes.
Beauty. 17.
17. And now I want you to roll perception, which is also beauty.
14.
Okay, so as you start lighting a fire, you're like sparking some flint and some iron you found on the ground somehow. It's just like some perfectly refined iron just sitting on the ground. There's like
metal claw.
Oh yeah, you got metal claw. And you hear the door open and he's like, who's that? What? Walter, is that you out there?
You didn't let me in when I knocked.
Yeah. You realize I gotta wake up, get out of bed, and you can tell this is Abyss talking. I gotta run down these stairs, check who's going on, and literally, we're out here for like, what are you doing over there? You trying to start a fire?
It's cold, man.
It's like 60 degrees out here. Get in here.
Walter just walks and's like,
If you had waited like 5 more seconds, like, holy crap, dude.
I'm cold, man.
Oh no, you're gonna die, are you?
I might be a fighting type. I'm a wimp when it comes to cold.
I can tell. Anywho, go to bed. Salena wants to talk to you in the morning.
I was about to say Walter looks blue, but he's already blue. He's a little bit more light. He's a little more light blue. Okay,
so I take it you're going to bed?
Yes.
Okay, as you head to bed, roll. If you choose to wake up earlier, I'll let you do that. Otherwise, roll Constitution, which is tough.
He'll wake up earlier because he's got 2 missions to do.
Okay, as you wake up, it is. What time would Walter wake up? What does Walter consider early?
I'm trying to think. He has to do like everything at the house and probably had to do everything before he left to go to school. So I would probably say 6 to 7:30 around that. Because he knows he doesn't have school.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. So, 6 o'clock, you go down to the dining room for breakfast as per usual, and you see that the entire crew is there actually. Salena looks at you, she's like, "Oh, hey, well, I guess we'll have some breakfast first, but I want to talk to you afterwards."
Walt goes, "Oh, okay. I just gotta make it quick. I got 2 missions to do."
Well, I think those missions can wait, because what we're going to talk about is a little bit more important than that.
Walter shows stacks of money, but money.
Whoa, holy crap. What happened?
I might have strong-armed some explosion out there in a general store.
An explosion? What does that even mean?
Explosion, well, let's just say he tried to act tough but couldn't back up what he had to say.
Huh? What are you talking about? Do you mean an explode?
It's my braces, man. I can't say that.
Oh, can you?
I have like I have them out, but there's like a bottom layer that you always have to keep on, like a bottom layer, and that always makes me slur. All right.
Anywho, get some toast real quick, and I'll meet you upstairs, same place as last time.
Walter just scarfs it down and just goes up.
Okay, you just stuff a piece of toast in your face, and you're like right behind Salena.
He's got like the anime girl toast in mouth, just munching it as they walk up.
Well, you wanted to know why I wanted you here, right?
Shakes head. Still got toast in mouth.
You don't?
He shakes head. Yes, up and down, up and down.
Well, that's nodding. Shaking your head means no. Nodding your head means yes.
Not the way I do it. I shake fast, up and down.
Yeah, that's nodding. So.
I'm
You
being
nod
dumb
your head.
today.
You nod your head. Yes, he's like, all right, well, I've been prepared for this. I didn't sleep well last night. That's why I was up so early. But
No, I don't want to know.
okay,
He's
let
like, all
me
right.
start. All right, let me start from the beginning. I'm gonna. Okay, so this might sound a little bit crazy, but I am from 20 years in the future.
Walter just gives like a. He's like, huh. He's got like a. He's
Okay,
like stone cold confused, like, sure, whatever
okay.
you say.
Do you believe in the legendaries?
Does Walter even? Does Walt? I don't know.
Trying to think. You would have heard of them. You probably I'm trying to. It's basically like Greek mythology. You probably hear about it. Most people don't believe in it. Uh,
I'm trying to think about
so
it. I'm trying to think of any fighting type legendaries because if anything, those are probably the only ones you'd believe in because he's probably
uh,
inspired by
the
them.
the swords of justice.
Terrakion, yeah.
Terrakedon, is that what you said?
I can't say their name. Okay, give me a break. I
it's
can't speak
Terrakion.
today. I can't. I,
Terrakedon. Is that a dinosaur?
give me a break. I'm struggling today.
Terrakedon.
Man, just yesterday
So,
we had this on a poll, and I can't even pronounce
so
it.
yeah, so Walter says, yeah, I've heard of Terrakedon.
No,
Okay,
Walter's
okay.
like, I think Terrakion.
That's I okay, that's a start, I guess. Do you know about Celebi and Yveltal?
Walter's like, huh?
Okay,
Who?
okay. Well, this is gonna be more difficult than I thought. Alright, let me start even further back. Okay, so there are these things that are called legendaries in this universe. Most people don't know of them because they never show their presence unless it is very much needed so. In my case, Celebi showed herself to me, and we'll get more onto that later, but Celebi is like, I'm not exactly sure. She controls time, she controls, like, uh, onions, I think? I'm not entirely sure. Uh, it's like, so she controls time and she's like supposed to keep peace in nature. I'm not entirely sure, but what matters right now is that she can control time and she can send people to and from different time periods. And then there's this god called Ivelto, who is the god of death. He basically he basically is the god of, yeah, he's the god of death. Oh, this is so hard for me to explain. He helps. He doesn't help. He maintains. I don't even know what he does. All I know is he's the god of death, and that's all you need to know for the story. There is a god. They're all-powerful beings, and they control the way the world works. Most people don't know this just because they never show themselves because they don't need to. It only messes things up the more they show themselves, so they try not to. Now, here's the thing. I want to say back 20 years ago, but no. In 20 years, I was an Eevee, and I was on this train with my mom, and the train like exploded. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but my mom ended up dying, and we ended up getting to the train station, and I was like crying. It was really horrible, and it is with this we are going to just transition into a flashback. You see an Eevee sitting on a train platform, crying her eyes out as two guards at the train station come up to see what happened, as they see the train that pulled up had gigantic holes in it. Clearly, there was a large explosion, and an Eevee comes off absolutely crying as the other crowds of people come flooding off the train as well. The Eevee stands on the side of the platform because she had just lost her mother, and while she's sitting there crying, a green Pokemon shows its head in front of her, and it is Celebi. Celebi is like, "Hey, what happened back there was terrible. I think I could help you with this. If you want to save your mother, I think I know how you can bring her back. If you, I can travel you back to right before. Maybe you can like make amends with. Maybe you can stop the train from exploding. I don't know. I can help you with this." And Salena looks at the Celebi, the green Pokemon in front of her, and she's like, you could do that? Can you really do that? No Pokemon has that power. So Celebi is like, yeah, of course I can. I'm not really supposed to do this, but I saw what happened and it was so horrible. Just take a hold of my hand. And Salena takes a hold of Celebi's hand and they zap out of existence. And when they zap back into existence, they are in a meadowy field. And what Salena sees is not Salena, but Yveltal. And Yveltal looks down at Salena. He's like, you cannot be time traveling. Not like this. This is a power only legendaries are supposed to hold. If you go back to the time where you were before, there will be 2 copies of you. If there are 2 copies of you, one of you must die because 2 of you cannot exist in the same time as each other. If you are in the same exact time as each other, you will instantly die and your matter will be deleted from existence. Therefore, out of desperation and trying to correct Celebi's stupidity here, I'm going to say, I altered your path, and now you are 21 years before when you were, because if Celebi had taken you back to where she was trying to take you, you would have died instantaneously, and so would she. So, you are now 21 years, and you have 20-ish years, 21 and like a half whatever years to fix your wrong, or else you will die. It doesn't matter if your parents are dead, they were fated to die at this point anyway. So there's nothing you can do to stop it. You cannot stop death. You cannot change time without killing yourself and altering the timeline. So I can't put you back to where you were before because I can't just create matter out of nothing. Your matter was taken from your present time, and now it is being put in the past time. If I transport you to in the future, then your matter will just be erased out of nothingness, and your matter will be gone for a specific time. So I put you back in the past 21 years, and you have that much time to figure whatever it is you want to do out now that you're in this messed up situation, or you're just gonna die, and that's what it's gonna be. So you got 20 years. Who are you? What do you mean, who am I? I am Yveltal, I'm the god of death. I haven't been around much, have I? Look, all you need to know is you have 20 years to either save yourself or die trying. If you die trying, well, more entertainment for me, I guess. But you need to get yourself out of the situation, and I'm not going to help you with this. If you die, great, I guess you'll get to see me sooner than I thought. But this is not for me. I'm going to have a word with Celebi after this. So you, and he points like one of his gigantic wings at Salena, have this time to figure this out. Go. And he points to a local village of Hawkeye. This is the village of Hawkeye 20-ish years before your current time. You see that tower up there? And he points towards the tower. That tower is unoccupied. You can stay there for the time being. Consider this a kindness. I could have just killed you. And he disappears. And we flash back to where you are currently. And Selena's like, yeah, and I know that's like a lot to take in, but ever since then, I've been trying to find my way back to my own time, and there've been like, I've noticed like there's been these like weird rift things going on I heard over in Gale Beach, so I decided to go take a look at it because it sounded like more of those legend things that have been going on. And I heard from the Whiscash in the village that there's like these orbs that harness the power of these legends, but like nobody believes in the legends. So I gotta find all these orbs, and it'll like take me back to when I was maybe I can use the power of these orbs to transport me back to my real time. But I don't know where they are. And from what I heard, the only one I know of was owned by the Flameback company. So I went to Gale Beach because that's where the Flameback company was. That's where like all these rifts were, and I found you guys. I found the son of the owner of the Flameback Corporation, and I figured if anyone would know where the orbs were, it would probably be them. So I went there, and it turns out you guys just had the orb on your person for some reason. So we took it, and I'm going to use it to get back to my own time. It's going to be great. And that's where we are now.
Walter's just got the 1,000-yard stare because he's just been told that there are gods in this world that could kill anyone at any moment of this time. They can time travel and basically go back to where you were born and just snap you away. He learns that the Death One's a jerk. And he's learned that this girl was told flat out, if she goes back there, then there will be a giant space-time continuum happening, and yet she's still trying.
Essentially, yes. If two people cannot occupy it's like the Peabody and Sherman movie. I don't remember what it's called. Two people cannot occupy the same time as each other because, well, you're going to create more matter than there is in the universe. So you cannot occupy at the same time as yourself, as a copy of yourself. So you either have to zap back to the exact point at which you were transported from initially, or just straight up die whenever it comes to that point, because matter cannot be created or destroyed. So to maintain the balance of matter, if you are in the same timeline as a copy of yourself, you just instantly die and your matter is removed.
Walter's like, so you're saying this god of death, Yveltal, whatever, he basically told you if you travel back there, you'll die. No matter what, you'll die. And you're still trying to get there by trying to tampering with god powers that
that's
you
the
don't
thing.
fully understand?
That's the thing. I don't know exactly what these things do yet, and she holds up the blue orb that you see. Like, from what I know, these things have the power of gods, and if the power of gods can time travel, then maybe I could use these things to travel back to, like, if I travel back to the exact instant in, like, Planck time or whatever that I was teleported away from, or, like, time traveled or whatever, then I don't have to die. It'll be as if I never left. If it's exact, if I have the exact same location, the exact same time, and the exact same amount of matter, it won't matter. No pun intended. I'll be fine. I don't think I can save my mom. Maybe I can save my mom in the process. I don't know.
But Selby tried that with their godlike powers, and Revolta said that wouldn't work. And now you're trying to do what Selby tried to do, but you're untrained with those powers. So there's no telling what kind of damage you'll do to the timeline.
But I have to try! That's the thing. I have to try, or else I will die in 20 years' time. Which, yeah, that may seem like a long time, but it took me a whole year to find this thing. Gesturing to the orb. I can't just sit around and enjoy my life as is. I need to get back to my current time. If I get back to my current time, also I won't have aged at all. I don't think. I'm not entirely sure about that. Because I've aged in the past, I'm not sure if I'll return back to Eevee or if I'll be, because I think that's the whole matter thing Yveltal was talking about. I have to have the same amount of matter as I did before, so I think if I use these orbs to somehow transform back into an Eevee, then I don't know. I have to try. You can see Selena's getting visibly excited at this point.
Walter just does like this. He goes, Yveltal said your mom's meant to die. No offense or anything. I'm not trying to upset you, but if it's supposed to happen and you try to defy it, that could lead to chaos and destruction and mayhem.
But I have to try because I don't know. I've kind of given up on the idea of saving my mother, but if I am able, there's a slight possibility that might be a thing, but my main objective right now is just to get back to my current time. I've been here for almost, let me think, I said a year. I think it's been closer to 8 months now. Yeah, it's been about 8 months I've been here, and I've finally got the single orb, and I have no idea where the others would be. Absolutely none. And I have 20 years to find the orbs, and just zero clue if they even exist. I'm going off the word of this Whiskash that's in the village down there, and he said there's some orbs, and I found one of them, so maybe the others do exist.
Have you also thought of this? You're tampering with god powers.
Exactly! And how else do you want me to get back to my time?
that if you're tampering with the powers of the gods, what's to say the gods won't come looking for who's using that kind of power because they don't know who's using it?
But think about it this way. What Yveltal was saying is that my mother was fated to die. I'm not saying, like, but the word he used was fated. I think the world is, like, controlled by fate, which means no matter what I do, the outcome is already predetermined. So maybe I'm already destined to succeed, or maybe I'm destined to fail. And I have to at least try, because if I'm destined to succeed, then I can't just give up now, because then that'll mean I'm destined to fail. So maybe fate isn't a thing anyway. I don't know. I have to try.
I am. This is above board. I am in a predicament here.
Are you?
Because I know eventually they'll fight a legendary going down this path. I know eventually they will. Probably Yveltal or Celebi. Because Celebi will have to fix its mistake. Was the train bombing a reference in Out of Scratch?
It is, in fact, the same train bombing, yes. That was mentioned.
The first one or the second one?
What do you mean? There was only one train bombing.
I swear there were more.
Pretty sure there was only one.
Oh, so it was Team Rock's fault. Oh yeah, that this happened.
Yeah, there's only one train bombing as far as I know.
One hand, I want to help her. Ugh. See, the good in me is wanting to help her dream here. But the logical I'm trying to think of Walter is... Ugh. Walter's like, I like that you're optimistic, but you do know, wouldn't it just be better to be able to get the god powers and just try to make way you don't die, but not also time travel? Like, create a shield for you so you don't just disappear?
That's not how the universe works. You see, if I even exist in the same time as a copy of myself, no matter what I do, my matter will be removed. You cannot create or destroy matter. It doesn't matter if I make a shield or whatever. I'd have to, even if I didn't time travel, I'd have to remove... The only alternative is if I use these godlike powers to remove my previous self, therefore removing the matter that was before, while also removing me. But that will also remove matter from the universe, so I can't do that. My only option is to try and get back to where I was before.
But what stops them from stopping you to time travel? The Yveltal did that to Celebi. Couldn't they just do to you?
The fact that I'm gonna die if I don't?
You do realize you'll have to be so precise for this to even have a slim chance of time traveling.
And that's why these are godlike powers. Like, surely that has to mean something, right?
I hate how this is making some sense.
I just want to point out that this is the very first plot point of the overarching story of everything. This took me about 3 months to come up with the entire story, so...
That's all betting on the person.
You have no idea how long I spent on this story.
I almost debunked it immediately by saying Yveltal could just stop it. Which is probably gonna happen.
Are you saying this in character?
I already said it before. I said Yveltal's probably going to stop it, and she argued with me. Walter just goes, I guess it's with a shot, but it took a year to find one, and if it'll take you multiple years to find the other one, who knows how long it'll take for you to master them, or even know how to use any power. Tampering with the gods is not the best solution.
Yeah, I've got 20 years to figure this out, so I don't know. I have to... I mean, I feel like once we collect all the orbs, we'll know what to do. I don't know exactly how to use these just yet, but apparently there's 3 orbs. I think the first step we should focus on is just getting the orbs, because if we get the orbs, then we can move on to the next step and then figure out what to do from there.
Dakota, why do you do this to me?
What did I do to you?
I was so sure she's a villain. I was so sure. And now I'm unsure. I was ready to manipulate her friends to use her against them. I was so ready to use that.
I'm glad I make you feel this way, that because that means I've leveled up as a storyteller.
Like, I was about to go another Avatar reference. I was about to do Prince Zula and her friends, like convince them to turn against her.
Okay. But,
Now I don't know if it's good to do that because her outcome seems true, but it's also selfish because she's gonna be putting the whole universe at stake doing this.
Indeed.
This is when you wish you have a party to help.
So at this, Salena says, see, the reason I'm telling you this in the first place, rather than just taking the orb and running, is I need more people to help me. Do you think that do you think your friends are going to be hostile towards me if you explain that to them? Because I kind of put myself in a bad situation here.
Huh? Let's. Good thing your house is made of stone. Let's put with that.
Yeah, really.
Because I don't trust one of my members around wood. If they treat, this is how they treat their friends. I hate to see how they treat the enemies.
Okay, well, why don't you take the day to go do these missions, and then tomorrow we can go see if we can find your friends.
No, they're probably on my trail. I left a trail for them.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that. I don't know. Wait, what
Wow.
do you mean you left a trail for them?
You honestly didn't think I left something for them when you dragged me here, right?
She rolls her eyes. She's like, well, retrospectively that annoys me, but I guess that makes things easier for me now, so...
Now I'm thinking in my head, I just left a trap. They're gonna get jumped.
Yeah.
I should not have said that.
So why don't you go finish these missions, and I will get in contact with you tomorrow to figure this out.
Walter goes, okay, and says see ya and leaves. Contemplating life now after learning this gods.
Okay, so with this knowledge in mind, are you going to do these next missions?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to do the find item first, then the stop boss.
Hello and welcome to the midsection. I'm Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM, and I have a few inaccuracies to address. In the backstory you just heard from Salena, she mentioned that she has been in the past for about a year, 2 years, or something like that. Looking back at my notes and taking a look at some of the things we've done in future episodes that we've already recorded, Salena has been in the past for 8 years already. When she had time traveled to the past, she had time traveled back 28 years, not 21. She has already been in Hawkeye for about 8 years. So, Salena, Abyss, and Bree have known each other for most of that time, and just need to keep note that she has already been in the past for 8 years, and she has 20 years to fix her mistake. That is a very big inaccuracy I have to address right there at the start because it will affect things in the future. Going forth, that is the logic we go by. In future episodes, when we talk about it, you will hear us talk about 28 years or how Selena's already been here for 8 years. That is why. So, sorry for those inaccuracies, but other than that, we must get to the question of the episode, which this week comes in from Sean, and he asks, if your cat could be a player, what kind of Pokemon would Tupelo be? For those who don't know, Tupelo is my cat. You've probably heard him in the background of the episode quite a few times because he is so noisy. He is a very gentle and well-behaved cat for the most part, other than him just being absolutely loud. So, honestly, if Sean's asking what kind of Pokemon would Tupelo be, I'm gonna say either a Sprigatito or more of like a Persian. Because he just likes laying down and being inactive for long periods of time. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say Persian. Tupelo would be a Persian. He is a very good, well-behaved cat, except for when I'm recording. Then he's constantly on my desk. He's constantly screaming in the background. If you want to submit questions to the question of the episodes, go join our Discord, which is linked below, along with all of our other social medias. Other than that, I must thank the music producers for this episode. This episode we have Goomba Village from Paper Mario 64, Toad Town from Paper Mario 64, Time Gear Remix from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, Rogueport from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and the last one is Friend Area Forest from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. Sorry for the inaccuracies, let us get back to the episode. So, your first mission is... the first mission is by Decidueye. It is worth 5,040 Poké. I dropped my... Sorry, it's worded as I dropped my item near place. I can't find it. I dropped my power band near Hawkeye and I can't find it by Decidueye.
That's probably in the dungeon.
The second one is by Sentret, worth 6,320. My boss is out of control. Someone please take care of them. In quotation marks.
Walter's already known for murder. He'll be good.
Wow, you've got no moral quandaries about killing someone without question.
Walt, I'm just saying this now. Walter's gone cold-blooded.
I can tell.
Did you not just see him strong arm and explode?
Okay, so which one of these are you doing first?
He's gonna do the Decidueye one first, then the boss one.
Okay, so
I feel like the stop boss is stop the boss, like the boss fight.
Listed on your contract is an address of the Decidueye. It is near the edge of the city.
You will go there.
Yep, I figured as much. So you head there. It takes you about 2.5 hours from the tower, and once you get there, you come across a wooden house with a straw roof.
Oh no. This place ain't gonna survive when Bruce gets here. He just knocks on the door.
Alright, knock knock, and...
Ow!
Good job, it sounded like you beat your desk in half.
It wasn't the first knock. The first knock was fine. The second knock hurt.
So as you knock on the door, it opens up and you see a Decidueye. It is a Hisuian Decidueye actually. And as they open the door, she's like, "Can I help you?"
He just holds the contract like, you need help looking for something?
Oh, someone's here to do the power band. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so, also, out of character, I just now realized why the prices were so high. When I generated these, I generated these at the end of last episode. If you know, Jake won't understand, but they were listed for a party size of 4, which multiplies everything by 4. It is, since you are a party size of 1, all of the rewards are 4 times larger than they're supposed to be. But hey, it's written on the paper. No changes can be made on the contract once it's written, so I can't change that. It's way higher than it's supposed to be, but I've realized that's why it's so high.
Walter's just going to be the money bags of this team. The
cold,
rich guy. Cold killer.
So, yeah, so the Decidueye is like, come on in. And he, like, waves you inside. And
he walks in cautiously, getting invited to a stranger's house.
And as you walk in, you find that it is basically just a hut with a single table in the center. And,
nice digs.
And, like, one bag on the edge of the room. And as you sit down at this table, which the Decidueye gestures you to, the Decidueye pulls out a teapot and some teacups out of the bag and places them on the table. He's like, "Can I get you like some coffee or tea or something?"
Oh no, thank you. I already had my stuff for this morning.
Okay, I'll make some for myself then. And this is where it goes and pulls a stove out of the bag and places it on the ground.
Whoa!
And here...
Walter rubs his eyes, making sure he ain't seeing things.
Yeah, sorry, this is my Maury Poppins bag of holding.
Maury Poppins.
It's a Mary Poppins bag, but it's the Maury Poppins bag of holding.
It's the Pokey Poppins bag.
The Pokey Poppins bag of holding. Yeah, it's got a very big inside. Anyhow, and as she starts making tea, so you see, I got this power band not too long ago. It was on my arm, but it fell off, and now I don't know where it is. So I'm offering anyone about 5,000 poke and 3 blue gummies to anyone who can find it.
Walter says, okay, when did you learn that you dropped it? Like, where were you, where all the places you were when you lost it?
The thing is, I was just like out doing my gardening, and then I looked down at my arm, and it was gone. And she points towards the window where her garden is. You can see it out the window.
Walter says, I'll have a look and I'll be back in a few.
Okay, I need you to... Alright, so you head outside, and I'm not even going to make you roll for it. There is a power band on the ground.
What the heck? He picks it up. Question, how much do they sell for?
That is a good question. Let me see.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna just sell it.
Oops, hold on one second. Power band. Let me see. It is currently going for... Well, I can't tell you that now because you'll have to appraise it at a shop. But
Want Walter
now
know
know
since
how
he
much it
got one
sells
for a gift?
If you got one as a gift, you did not buy it, so no.
Walter just gives it to the find is like, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Wow, you found that so fast. Where was it?
It was just on the ground.
Wait, what do you mean by it was on the ground?
Just on the ground. In your garden.
Like out there? She points towards the garden.
Yes. Money,
I
please.
see. Yep, the contract is as the contract says. Okay.
Yep.
And she hands you 5,040 poke and 3 blue gummies.
Yeah, I forgot about the blue gummies. How much do they sell for?
Well, I mean, you won't know until you get to a shop, but...
Alright, Walter goes to the general store real quick.
Okay, you go to the general store. Let me make sure this is what I think it is. Okay.
He also presses his armband to make sure he knows how much it's worth next time he sees one.
Okay, so you head into the shop and you see the same guy's like, hello, what can I do you for? What can I for you do? I can't speak.
I just think we in the background see someone crying. We just steal him to explode crying.
So yeah, so are you asking him about your 2 things?
Oh yeah, I got a question. How much would I get for these 3 for a blue gummy? Also, how much do power bands usually go for nowadays?
Are you looking to buy or to sell? Because I can sell you a power band for about 3,000 right now.
No, I just needed the price, but the blue gummies I'm thinking of selling.
The blue gummies I'm selling right now, or I'm buying for about 50 a piece.
75.
How about 50? Alright,
75.
Actually, I should have you roll persuasion. It is
18 plus whatever it is.
Alright, 75 is a deal.
He hands all 3 of them.
You have got to be kidding me, dude. Oh my god.
I'm a stone cold killer. I didn't.
If you tell any of the party, they are going to kill you.
Why?
Oh my god. Do you have any idea how incredibly valuable gummies are as an item?
How much? Hold on, before you heads on. How much are you selling them for?
It's too late. He took it. You succeeded on your roll. So he hands you 225 poke. It is too late. I can't wait till this episode releases and the Discord is going to absolutely destroy you.
To be fair,
Oh my goodness.
I already have enough IQ points. I don't really care.
Oh no, you don't. You're supposed to have many hundreds of IQ points. I changed the entire IQ system.
Oh yeah.
Just for this.
Waltz goes.
Nope,
By the way, no.
Anyway.
I'm like, how much do I have to do to buy them?
Let me see. They are going for they are going for 3,000 apiece. I have 3 blue gummies I can sell you for 9,000 poke.
Waltz is like, how about I just buy them for 100 each, and I don't tell you when you're scamming people.
Whoa! Holy crap! Why don't you do this little thing I like to call rolling for persuasion? and I'm going to roll persuasion against you.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you roll?
15.
He rolled an 18. So he's like, I'll sell them for you. I'll sell them to you for 3,500 flat.
For all? Alright.
No, for each.
Oh, sorry, man. Walter, but before anything, Walter, he leaves the general store. I don't know if he has a pull out. He's gonna pull out a piece of paper, write something like "General store scams people, awful prices, needs to promote the guy in back, awful owner," and sticks it in the board and walks away.
All right, you do that, and you can see the shop manager just like come up and just like take it down immediately.
Oh, that's the filing property. That's public property. He gets arrested for that.
It's my own property. You're the one who just defiled my property. What are you talking about?
But a public that
This
board
isn't
is for the
public.
public. If it's for people
This-
to post stuff on, it's not. It's public.
Oh, I thought you put it on his shop.
No, I put it on the public board where you put jobs at.
Well, that's a mission board, not a public board.
No, he sticks to the
you-
side, not on the side. He just sticks to the side, so it's not officially a mission.
Whatever. Okay, it's there. Whatever.
I'm
Okay,
just-
so
Walter's got a big beef with this guy now after he just scammed me.
he didn't scam you, Jake. You're just an idiot.
I
Oh my
forgot how
God.
useful they were.
Oh my god, I revamped the entire IQ skills to utilize these. And nope, they're just gonna go get sold for pennies instead.
I didn't know how
idea.
expensive they were, or actually how good they were. I
You
haven't
coulda
watched.
just not. You could have heard the price and just not. Okay, so your third mission.
I'm gonna make it up this mission.
Is by a Sentra, and the offer is 6,320. And it says, "My boss is out of control. Someone please take care of him." And the address is listed, and it is the general shop.
Does he say? What was that Pokemon that runs the thing again? I forget.
It's a male Kangaskhan.
He said, "Is it the Kangaskhan?"
It just lists the address, and the boss of the address is that male Kangaskhan. So yes.
Okay then. Oh my gosh. That has the address of the person who posted it, right?
No, it only lists the address of the hit.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the Exploud. He's the one who posted it.
Well, it says Centret on it.
Did I see a Centred working there?
You did not.
Oh my gosh. Alright, Walter, take care, Do I just murk him?
Walter will go to the store again. I have an idea. I'm basically just gonna rat out the guy who did this and say, "I'll tell you if you give me those 3 gummies back."
Oh, okay, so you're going into the store and
He's saying, I'll say someone has posted a job to do something against your store, something very bad against your store. I'll tell you which one of your employees said it or posted it and put this much reward on it if you give me back my gummies.
So you hand this piece of paper to him.
No,
and
I
he
don't
looks-
hand it to him.
Oh,
I
you're
cover
not?
I have it in my hand, show him, but I'm covering the part where it says who sent it.
Okay. So you show him the part that says "My boss is out of control," etc.
Mm-hmm.
So you show this to him, and he's like, "What the? How do I know this is about me? How do I know you're not just scamming me?"
Because it has your address right here. It says this is the place.
Oh
Mark
my goodness,
him.
it does. Holy crap. Why does someone have a hit?
So
Okay.
I'll take back the gummies plus 1, and I'll rip this up, and I won't put this back on the board.
Sure. Yep. Just take the 3 blue gummies back for free.
I
on the house.
think you should do one more after having that attitude with me.
I don't have another blue gummy, but I've got a orange gummy here, and he hands that to you. Just like,
I'll
he's
take
like,
another power band.
can I? Don't get too greedy. Why don't you roll persuasion for that?
Wait. Oh no! For a second I thought the power band was less expensive than gummy. I'm dumb.
No.
All right. I'll
Well,
roll
actually,
it.
they're about the same. They're actually about the same price, but you are asking for more now.
I'll just take the gummy. The other gummy you said with
Okay,
the yellow
okay.
one.
So you now have 3 blue gummies and 1 orange gummy. And he's like,
All works out in the end.
You're not here to take. I feel like I could take you on, honestly. You're not here for that, are you?
Oh no, I'm just saying. He starts ripping it up. I would have just put it back on the board.
And the paper evaporates. Do you know who posted that? I mean, you just kind of destroyed it.
Oh yeah, it was a Centret.
It was a what? And she's like, that was an ex-employee of mine. He, wow, I didn't think he hated me that much. Jeez, he dropped a crate of Petra berries one time and I yelled at him. I didn't think he, holy crap. That's not, wow, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get the police on that. Okay, thank you, question mark, for robbing me, but also telling me about this.
We'll call ourselves square.
Okay, yeah.
And he whispers to him, he puts his hand to the side. He's like, I'm not going to take a risk fighting someone in town my first week here.
Okay, yeah, you just have a good day. And he waves you on.
He says, I hope there's not another one on the board tomorrow. Might not be in the same mood.
You know, actually, I've got an idea. And he pulls out a piece of paper, and you can see what he is writing. He says, my ex-employee is out of control. Someone please take care of them.
Walter's like standing by the door, is like, I'll take that.
Yeah, just take it, I guess.
What's the reward on it?
It is for a party size of 1, for a rank 2. It is 530 poke.
He looks at it. This is a rank 2, and he looks at it. Man, you really don't care about finding him. Your guy was promising 6,000.
Oh my goodness. Also, yeah, do point out that the reward was supposed to be a little over 1,000. But
yeah.
it is, but the error made it 6,000, so.
He's like,
well, take it or leave it. I'm posting it on the board.
Sure, why not? I could do something on board. Maybe he'll have some pokey. Maybe he'll have that 6,300 at him when I get him.
Good grief, Walter is just heartless. He's like, yeah, I'll kill this guy to entertain myself. Good grief, Jeffrey Dahmer.
He's just become heartless after his stepdad's death. Like, he does not give no F's.
Good grief. Okay,
he has let his party push him around, pretending he's not existed. They burn down his house, and then they act like everything's fine with him.
Yep. Okay, so you leave the shop, and that is where we're going to end this episode. I've been Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM.
I've been Jacob, your heartless killer.
Yeah, and we will see you guys next time.
See you.